Welcome back to your live continuing official coverage of PhotoPlus Expo 2015 in New York City at the Jacob K. Javits Center on BeTerrific. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Michael Artsis. She's Andrea Fasano. And this is Shai. Shai is from Spider. You guys make some really cool stuff for photographers. You got a lot to carry. I got backpacks. I got straps. I got all sorts of stuff. You say, you know what? Be Batman. Just use a utility belt.
Exactly. So that's what we do. At Spider, we actually take the pressure from your neck and shoulders and the dangle of the old familiar, strap, and we actually make it onto a very nicely designed, extremely ergonomic system. So the heart of the system, and really the thing that Spider came out with first, was the holster. So the holster is an all-metal holster. At this point, it's attached to a pretty sturdy belt, just to be able to carry all the heavier cameras and the heavier gear. So the way that it connects, it has a part that goes right on the bottom of the camera. That has a metal lug that actually slides right into here and locks in.
Wow.
So was it hard to design this, because all sorts of cameras, all sorts of lenses are different weights, and I would imagine that you have to design a lot of things. First of all, it has to be rugged, it has to be tough, it has to be able to handle the camera and not drop it or have it fall.
Right.
It also has to be able to stay on your waist, not be too much weight for you, but not pull your pants down, but also, I know that sounds silly, but it's a concern, right?
Yeah.
And then also you're a thin guy. This could, in theory, could drop all the way down to your ankles.
Right. So even thin guys have a rear end, so that's where really it stops. No, but the belt is actually designed to be skewed a little bit.
Okay.
And that makes it a lot harder for it to just slide down. So really that does not happen a lot in reality. And then in terms of the strengths and everything, this is something that you need to consider, because there's a lot of wear and tear that goes on a camera that's hanging off a human form.
And is there certain lenses you recommend, say, don't use that? Like, obviously you're not going to put a 400 millimeter lens on your camera and wear it like that, but what about a 70 to 200?
Absolutely, all the time. 70 to 200 all the time. Any kind of pro gear and any kind of combination that you can think of has been carried. We've been out for about 5 years now.
Wow. Has
been carried on Spider holster in one way or another. So.
What about like Canon Cinema series line? It's a little bit bigger camera. It's for filmmaking, but could a wedding guy or even a DP use this kind of thing?
Sure. No, they could definitely use it. Wedding is actually one of our largest sections.
That's what I was thinking of.
And then we have a single version and a dual version, because a lot of wedding photographers actually take and do two cameras, me myself included, because you need the different lenses and you don't want to start switching in the middle of a ceremony or anything like that.
You should. Have you ever thought of doing like a Western commercial, like,
How many cameras?
We don't even have to do it. So many people do it for us. Especially in the beginning, there was a lot of a lot of that.
A lot of tumbleweed.
Yeah.
So, how long did it take you to develop? How'd you come up with the idea?
Well, the idea actually, started when I was doing a lot of travel photography. So as a travel photographer, I just, I was choking myself with two cameras. I was working for the Israeli National Geographic back then, and I was much younger, but I kind of knew that that's not going to, it's not going to cut it.
Like that.
So we had to innovate. I was looking online, whatever that was. I was looking online and saw nothing in that respect. So I tried to modify something for myself. And then other friends saw it and said, hey, you really need to come up to market with this. This is a great idea. And
genius.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And you've added the hand grip too to the camera.
Yeah.
So that's a very interesting feature.
The newest addition to us is the hand grip. So from the get-go, people actually asked us about a hand grip.
Well, because I come from the video world, and in the video world, especially as DSLRs became video cameras,
right,
it was like very uncomfortable and weird to not have a hand grip. And then you're just holding a camera with nothing. If you let go, if you open your hand, it drops.
Right.
And so even that is just, it's a good idea.
I want you to try it.
Yeah, I've actually never tried. Yeah, this is how
pretty cool.
I would hold a video camera when I started.
Right.
Yes.
And this is how it should be. And I don't know why photo cameras don't have this all the time. But
it's smart.
Great.
Right.
And it's sturdy. You feel secure with it.
That's the other thing too, is that there are a lot of them. The problem is that nobody really gave a lot of thought as to how to actually make them work. So usually the connection is very, very flimsy.
Right.
we actually worked very hard to actually have what we call a semi-rigid connection, so your hand could literally just slide in and out.
Well, and the other thing is that
it.
in a lot of the other ones, you give up the tripod plate by putting this in, but you actually allow us to still mount to a tripod.
So again, this is one of the things that we do, and that's why we work so hard, and that's why Spyder stuff is fairly ingenious in that sense. There's a lot of thought behind it. We actually searched high and low for a material to be strong enough and thin enough to go in between the plate and the camera.
And flexible enough.
And flexible enough to be able to do that. This actually will retain the shape of your hand. It has actually a memory component in it.
It's like a baseball glove.
Yeah,
very cool.
It's absolutely amazing.
And then you have the tripod mount still.
Right, no, so this is actually for the right-hand side, so you can carry it from the right. This is from the left-hand side. The tripod mount would go right in here.
Oh, wow.
So this was Photo 101 for us.
Right.
I mean, to make sure that there is another quarter 20 for a tripod, obviously. So yeah, needless to say, Spyder Holster is working seamlessly with tripods in here, and it would go right.
One other
in
thing
and
I
out.
noticed that's really great is you can still access the battery door.
Right.
So that's
so
really
you're
important.
you're actually noting a lot of things that we've tried to really accommodate right off the bat. Also, we tried to accommodate this little area here.
Right, you have to be able to get to your CF
You have to be able to get to your data. Also, another thing that we thought of is the fact that sometimes you don't want to go through a hand strap. Sometimes you just want to hold it just like it is. If it's too hot or you're too sweaty or something like that, you don't want to go into a hand strap every time. So either go in and go out, not a problem. There's one part here that I know is visible here.
I was going to ask you, what are the snaps for?
So this is an item that we get with every single strap has it.
You want to. It's like a safety cable.
Yeah.
Double
So basically, it's a
security.
wrist strap. Yeah, it's a wrist strap.
Well, I got to tell you, I never wear a chin strap on a hockey helmet. I'm not putting that on, but I like the idea.
But
Yeah,
some people can,
yeah.
and
But
then
that's the
that way
thing.
it's not
You
flimsy.
would be amazed at how many people actually praise us for actually
No,
having
it's a
that
great
feature.
idea, yeah.
And we knew that some people are not going to like it, so we made it optional.
That's why you made it
Especially
optional.
if
It's
you're
great. I actually
yeah.
like the idea of it. It's
Yeah.
very good.
Right,
I
yeah.
like this hand grip.
Yeah,
I want to
no,
get one.
It's amazing. It's leather. Really, the memory foam is an actual high quality memory foam. It's not a cheapie.
How much is this?
This is retail 75. Here at the show, of course, a little bit less.
Very nice.
The color ones are 75. I think the black ones, the standard ones, are a little bit less.
And how about the rest of the stuff? I mean, you've got a ton
Right,
of other
right,
gear
right,
on
right.
your utility belt.
I'm going to briefly
just
go
for the
over.
camera.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you should
it
have been at
started
Comic-Con. You
I
should have
love
walked around
it.
at
I
Comic-Con.
know.
I know.
fun.
That's so it started with the holster, really, and then soon after, we had other ideas that we thought were really applicable for
It's so
professionals.
simple.
So yeah, so this is a kind of like a modified cell phone clip.
Sure.
If you
I remember
saw
those
them.
from
Yeah.
back in the day.
So we
I
took
think I had the Nokia 51. What was the number,
There's so
Greg?
many. There's so many variants of those.
Yeah.
Now, some of them were really crappy.
Yeah.
So we took it upon ourselves to actually reinvent everything. It's a new material. It's a new backing. It's a lot
Sturdier,
stronger. It's a
yeah.
lot sturdier. This is a peel and stick. So you have that on you. You can actually take it out and put it on a regular belt or
wow.
your photographer belt. It really doesn't have to be just us. This is a peel and stick. So you choose your own accessory in that sense.
So it
That
doesn't have
locks
to be
as
the
it
light.
comes in, and
And now you're
and that
hooked up.
little lock system was actually tried for 16,000 times. So it's
16,000.
Wow.
You stood
not-
there and did that
No,
all 16,000
no,
times?
but
You
this-
have
this
an
is
intern who
something-
does that, right?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
my
On,
goodness.
on time lapse.
Sure.
You have a time lapse of that?
No, I do not. But
You should.
yeah.
You should have
That
a time
is
lapse.
really
of that.
funny.
So
you
yeah,
got-
so
is
for
that a
example,
battery?
Wow.
extra batteries.
Sure.
This is something that we do a lot, in weddings especially. So you can have now room for your extra batteries. You just slide it in the back.
Sure.
You have no problem.
You got a pouch for
Yeah,
memory
This is so
cards.
cool.
This is
Look at
memory
that.
cards. So
That
the
you need to get in
idea,
there.
the idea here is twofold. So yes, so first it sits on a belt. Well, that's fine. We're not the first ones to do that, but we are the first one to actually create a shelf, and the shelf is actually going to allow me to do what I wanted to always do. Oh, let's assume that I have a card here.
Sure.
I would take the card off here now. Simply change the card back again. Here,
You're
I'm
not
gonna do
putting
it.
anything on the ground.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
putting
fumbling
anything
around.
on the ground. Not fumbling with anything. And then, of course, if I had a secondary
So
card,
easy.
Put the
I
card
would
back
put
away.
it back
You flip
in
it
here.
over? Is that how you do it? That's what I do.
Yeah,
So
I
know
flip
it's
it over
used.
so I know, and I have numbers and everything, so that's how I number mine. And then, of course, my cell phone is here. So
Look at that.
that's a little pouch with a cell phone and a little bit of business card. and that's it. And we wanted to keep it fairly small because a lot of us are doing a lot of the crouching, and you don't want to handle with something that's going to be.
Well, it makes it
Bulky
hard to
and
crouch.
heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then you've got.
Last
water
but
bottle
not
holder.
least, we have 2 pouches.
Did you say a water bottle holder? Yeah.
I said, oh look, you could go running. No.
So these are 2 lens pouches. People from the beginning went to us with a request, and they said, you know, we want a lens pouch, but we want a lens pouch that actually can house my 70 to 200, which is a kind of like a must too in a lot of situations.
Of course, and I noticed
with
that
the
you
lens
don't have
shade.
the back cap on,
Right.
and that you keep the lens shade on.
Right. Nobody likes to actually change this. This is taking a long time, and when you have something that's happening right there, you really do not want to do that when
It
you
never
exchange
goes on
lenses.
right, especially when you're doing it fast. You always miss
yeah.
the
Right. Oh,
bayonet mount.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's the way it stays, and that's fine, and that goes right in here, just like so.
And you don't feel
And
like
then
you're
how
going to
do you-
damage it because this is
No.
so
And
sturdy
then
and thick. And
How do
that's
you it's
we
it's
just
Velcro.
provide you with a Velcro,
Look at
so you
that.
can actually
Oh, wow.
tether your own, and now you're spiderized.
Wow, you're spiderized.
Spiderized.
How'd you come up with the name Spider? Because I would have called this the the bat belt or something.
Oh, Batman is kind of like, taken. There's a TM around it. So that was a little hard, but yeah, no, we wanted something that would be, not an XT100Z R4.
Right.
We wanted something that would be
Consumer
like
friendly.
natural, yeah. And spiders actually are, by the way, they're a very successful species, like in general. So that's something that looked promising to us. Plus,
Very cool.
they hang off everything.
Right.
And the idea
that's
is that,
a good
yeah,
idea.
your
Wow.
cameras
Very
are really
smart.
hanging off spider.
Very
so that's
smart.
the.
Is this waterproof right there?
Yes, yes. So this is
at that.
this
Wow.
is a rain cover. Not only that, it actually has two other
if
two
you need
axes.
another
How much does
battery
this whole
or-
thing weigh though? Seriously, this
What?
thing's got to weigh like 30 pounds.
It's not. It's really not
'Cause
much.
it's equally
I mean, I have maybe
distributed.
5 here.
I mean, you're
probably
carrying
around
it anyway.
7.
It's just about where you're carrying.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're carrying it anyway, and that's the whole point here. If I wouldn't be carrying it this way, I would be carrying it some way.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
And this
is
way
really
it probably
the best
works out
way.
your abs because you just gotta keep.
She's always thinking smart.
It's actually a
am, you
thinning
guys.
belt.
It is
Yeah.
That's
a
what I'm
thinning
trying to
belt.
tell
the
people.
other stuff
Well,
is
look, you
making
You wear it a lot,
hunch.
you'll get thinner and
It's
younger.
Right, that other
I
stuff
promise you.
makes you hunch over and it
Yeah,
gives you bad
yeah.
posture.
No.
But this is going to be on your
Well, if it's
core.
a thinning belt, just I'll take one now.
you need the supplies.
In reality, what it does is that at the end of the day, at the end of the shoot, there is a lot that's happening
Yes.
here. And when that starts aching, your mind is stopped
Stress.
working. So
Whenever I
you're
go for
still
massages,
fresh.
they always say,
That's
"What do
the
you
thing.
do for a living? What's
Yep.
going on with your shoulders and
Right,
neck?" And I'm
right.
like, "What? Nothing. Nothing really."
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Any chiropractor in the world will tell you, this is probably a better place to hang anything.
Well, I
Yeah.
notice you also have
Over
really
there.
good posture, and you're standing up a lot straighter than most photographers. Seriously, they all stand like
Well,
this. You can
we
notice.
we see some people come into the booth and they're like
Aw.
this, and we're like, well, this
We
is
can
what
help
do
you
here.
here.
We can
So,
help.
what's your site? It's Spider.
Spiderholster.com.
Spiderholster.com.
Yep.
It's really cool. It's great stuff.
It is.
When it first came out, I remember seeing it and being like, "That's cool," but then worrying that it wouldn't be sturdy enough. And you've certainly dispelled all of my concerns.
Absolutely.
You've done a great job. Thanks for coming on.
Not a problem.
I love
and,
it.
Anybody, please be terrific and buy Spider.
Yes, be
All
terrific
right.
and buy Spider. And I've got to check
right.
that out. I need the hand grip for sure, and,
Oh,
and the
fantastic.
whole belt.
Please do.
Batman's my favorite, so I need the utility belt.
No, Batman is
You
just
know,
a cool.
she-
It's just a cool dude.
She's like, "Hey, you could run with this thing. It's a
I
thinning belt."
said that.
Yeah.
I'm running and then
And
I
the
mean,
water
if you don't
bottle?
have the
No,
It's
lens.
much more comfortable. Really, at the end of the day, you're just a lot fresher
Yeah.
because, and this is where it happens, right? I mean, nobody hires you to run around. They
Right.
hire you to actually take pictures and take hopefully intelligent, beautiful pictures. So at the end of the day, especially on weddings, my back was killing me, my upper back was killing me, my neck was killing me, and really I was kind of miserable.
And you
Well,
can't. You don't forget
now
anything.
it's,
right
much,
there.
much better.
It's very cool. It's well engineered, and look, you can train like Rocky in Rocky 4
Right.
after you've done your shoot. You can go running with it. So
And protect your stuff.
And it has dual purpose. But great, thank you so
All
much.
right.
This is your live continuing coverage of PhotoPlus 2015, the official coverage on BeTerrific. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the Terrifics. We'll be back with a whole lot more right after this. Don't go anywhere. You make BeTerrific special.